So normally what I've done in the past is I've had just a little bit of direction on where to go with it, some notes on the kind of dance moves that they want to show in the game, kind of personalities, kind of it's a little something that's a little fun, a little different than a regular emote. So just as you can see here, we have started off with the Spellblade and then the Occultist doing a little jig here, twirling the swords around. The Witch here is doing Contact Staff with her Witch Staff, her Blood Staff, twirling that around. Druid is doing a little bit of a jig. He's having a great little time there. And then the Songweaver is something a little bit more suggestive. I had a lot of fun with that. And basically how it works is that I take a video for reference. I'll go on YouTube, I'll go on different websites, I'll try and find different references of movement that I can base it off of, something that I can loop in as little as 4 frames, as much as 12 or 16 frames in some cases actually. And from there I open up Pixel Edit, which is the program I use, with the video along on the other side, and I go frame by frame and I take care of which keyframes to use and then animate everything in between. The process is pretty smooth and it goes pretty quickly, and it's a lot of fun. In terms of how fast I go, it's easy to digest within a live stream, so we thought that it was manageable to broadcast it now on Twitch and show everyone how it goes. So we've hand-selected several dance moves already, stuff that's simple, something that fits the Songweaver's character, that's also different than all the other dances, so that it can stand out on its own just as easily. So we've narrowed it down to 4 options, and I've already trimmed down the video, so it's only a couple seconds long. Oh, hey, Mike's on there. And, hey, Mike. So we'll play all those videos and get them to loop, and then you guys can vote on which ones you want to see in the game, and I will go ahead and animate it. So here we go. Show all windows. There we go.
Well, I mean, it's easier if you just go to a local.
Hello to all mics. I'm a mic, he's a mic, that guy's a mic, everyone's a mic. There we go. So in this corner, dance number 1. Something pretty cool that's going on with the hands, just kind of moving around. A little bit of leg work here, but it's mostly just gestures. Something pretty interesting that I can do in a couple more frames. Yeah, the way that the arm kind of moves around and
You can just search for the second one.
twirls inward and outward and flips around. That could be pretty fun to animate. The next one here, number 2. It's kind of interesting dance kick wave. The character won't be moving forward as dances, but instead it'll just be hopping in place, kicking a leg out, having the arm twirl around. That could be a pretty fun one to do too. Over here we've got,
It says 0?
it's kind of like a very subtle, just like wave back and forth.
Apparently 176 matches.
Really?
Kind of hand passes over to the left, hand passes over to the right, step left, step right.
0 matches up for 2.
And then finally over here we have something that will involve a tambourine, so I'll add in a tambourine element into the animation. She'll put her lute away, whip out a tambourine, and then she'll start up, right, bottom, feet, and then back up. So, there we go. So I'll have these all playing, and in the meantime I'll set a timer here. So now you have 5 minutes to vote on whichever ones you want to see in the game. Just say number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. Whichever one you want to see me animate. And then I'll go ahead, I'll open up my program Pixel Edit. I have a sprite sheet already set, and I'll get to work right away animating. And if you have any questions about my process, about what I do, what animation is, how I go about it, other programs you can use, go ahead and feel free to ask me. I'll gladly help out and answer. Okay. So there we go. We got some votes already. We got number 1, number 2, and number 4. So pretty spread out. I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more. We still got time left. That little ticker is slowly rolling away. Yeah. They're all great dance moves, and they're all going to look really well along with everyone else. Oh, all of them at once. Get cracking.
Sim, do you have an opinion on which dance you think would be best for the Songweaver? I mean, you were involved in designing her. What's her outfit look like? Can we bring her sprite
Sure,
up?
let's bring up her sprite. So,
And she has kind of baggy pants, like most of these dancers, it looks like.
Mac is chugging away.
Whoa!
Too close, too
much,
close.
Too much.
Pull back, pull back. Oh boy. Okay. So,
Come on, Mackie.
there we go. Now we can see. That's what the character
And
looks
she's
like.
gonna put away her loot during this, I assume.
Yeah, it's going to be a looping animation. What I'm going to do is it's just going to go right into the dance. So normally for the cheer animation, I had her put away the loot and then do her little jig and then take her loop back out. So in this one, it's just going to go straight into the dance, and the dance is going to loop. So that if you hold down the button, it's just going to be a seamless animation.
Yeah, the hopping is the one in the upper right is definitely the most like full body. Well, I guess it depends, but they're very, very enthusiastic, which kind of matches the other characters' energy.
Yep, especially the Sun Cultist. There's a set of bar that other characters need.
The lower right, though, feels more like something. It feels a little bit more dignified, I guess. Kind of depends what we think about the song. What do you think?
I'd go with upper left, I think.
Upper
Oh,
left
Yeah.
with the arms. Yeah.
The problem with the upper right one, the hopping ones, that is silhouette won't be kind of the sideways thing. It's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely have to
But yeah, the kicking
play
might
around
be
with the
good,
body a
but,
little bit,
yeah.
move it around so that it's more.
I think what I like the most of the first one is
Okay.
the serpentine, movements. They're curved. I think those are.
Well, you can't really do this
Well, we
in the
have-
pixel art very well, though, right? Like you can't make her arms do too much interesting there. It has to all be on the sides almost to be readable.
I can play around with it. I can do something interesting.
Not to put any doubts on your
Yes,
your
but-
abilities. I just mean like the number of pixels.
Well, what's easy is that mostly while the hands are moving, the body stays fairly stationary, so it doesn't require that much. Like a slight move downwards, and then the rest of it will be in the hands.
Yeah, I think to me, it's the first one has a lot of the. You can take screenshots, several places in the dance, and it would be an interesting posture, interesting gesture.
Yeah.
Whereas the second one, if you pause it at some places, it's gonna be very like awkward. So it doesn't have as many strong
Yeah, it's really only just one move.
shapes, I guess.
Yeah. What I'll probably do if I end up picking the first one is that I'll have it start
Definitely some
here.
Yeah.
I like that bend, and then going to the twirl, and then the twirl kind of like loops back, and then she does that again, and then it goes back into the twirl, and
that's
then
kinda
back
cool.
around and back into that.
Or she could maybe do both sides if we wanted, right? Like it wouldn't be too hard to
Yeah.
mirror it. Like she
Like
does one
that,
side and then
like
then
that.
yeah.
and then- yeah.
Although it
that
might
could
look
be
a
done
little
too.
bit like she's like these guns.
Yeah.
If you're not careful.
That's more the Sun Cultist than the Songweaver, though.
Yeah, I mean we could exaggerate how far back she bends if we wanted to make it like clearer. She's not like
No, she won't be because
Stronger.
her knee will be raised. You don't go like that doesn't go well.
Not quite. Okay,
true.
well, the
That's true.
time's up.
But
And it
Let's see
looks
what
to
they
me
think.
like we have 3 votes for number 1, 1 for number 2, and 1 for number 4. So the winner in the end.
And we have
Is
the art
this first
director
video.
saying number 1, so
That counts one vote.
You count as 1 vote.
Yeah.
One vote,
That's
just
That's
one.
still 4 versus. All right, so now it's time.
So now we have a winner, and let's go ahead and get animating. Yeah, that's a good point actually. The hands make out kind of like a moon shape, so it works. Yep,
Ponytail.
even better. So let me switch this to the side here. I'll keep an eye on the chat. I'll have this open on the side. And let's get animating. Okay, so I have the sprite sheet already laid out. This is what it looks like for the Songweaver. So at the moment we have all our animations contained in this big sprite sheet. All directions, all movements, all actions. We can even see the cheer at the bottom here where she puts away her loot and then jumps up and then her hair starts twirling and floating in the air. And over here, this is the space that I've reserved for the dance animation. And what I'm going to do... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. It's definitely not what I wanted to do. Go back here. What I wanted to do... there we go. Open up the layers. I'm going to hide everything except the dance layer that I'm working on. There we go. So it's just that row. I'm going to drag it up. We don't need to see it right now. Open up this window, which lets me flip between frames more easily. This is going to be a playback window so we can see the animation as we're working on it. And then... let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. So this is what it's going to be like. What I'm going to start off by doing first off is just getting a base sprite of the Songweaver in without her instrument so I can just get her standing, not quite in a T-pose, but just with her arms on the side. And from there I'll be able to better work out how her limbs move and how everything else moves. So let me just take care of that first. Okay. So let's get it done. The program I'm using is called Pixel Edit. It's a pretty cheap program to use actually. I think it cost me like just $9 for the beta, and it's pretty straightforward and easy to use if you want to make sprite sheets, especially small-scale pixel sprite sheets. It doesn't have the same versatility as programs like Photoshop, but if you're making a little character running, if you're making a tile set for a game, it comes in handy and it does it pretty well. It exports it easily in sprite sheet or animation depending on what you need. But there are some limitations, especially if you're working, if you're looking to do a couple more intricate animations. It may not be the best option, but hey, for what it's worth, it's not so bad. There we go. I'm gonna just push her shoulder over to the side there. Let's get that going. There we go, so it just kind of dips. There we go. Okay. You can see her neck underneath. It's a little bit darker. There we go. Now. Okay. So that's pretty good. I'm going to keep going, just get the edge around the top part of the costume here. Let's loop that around. 1, 2. There we go. Okay. So that's good. Get her arms now. Yeah. So in animation, it just requires a lot of flipping back and forth, making sure that you're keeping the volume the same when it goes from frame to frame, that the arm doesn't get any wider or longer than it normally is, checking to make sure that all that's in check. Everything is looking pretty good so far, so I'm pretty confident that this is where we should be going. That arm, it's at a bit of an angle, but it's okay. Pixel art compared with other types of animation is that it's really on or off. It's either there's a pixel there or there isn't. So you don't have a lot of leeway in terms of lines going 1/3 of the way through one frame and another. It's either there's a pixel there or a pixel here, and you don't really have much say in it otherwise. So what a lot of people do is they usually up the frame rate so they can get a quick flash of a pixel in for a moment and have it move around. That's it's a lot more fluid of a motion. But it's not quite something we're going for in this game. There we go. Okay. Let's loop that around there, get rid of that. Okay. This is looking pretty good. I'm pretty confident this is a good direction to go with the costume. Move that around a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Not too high. Okay. Okay, so there we go. That's our base Songweaver that we'll be referring to. I'm just going to copy this tile, paste it at the bottom so I can use it as reference. And from there, let's start animating the key poses. So how it works normally, there's two ways to go about animation. There's pose to pose, and then there's straight ahead animation. A lot of the times, if you're just animating one frame, then animating the next frame, and then keep working in chronological order, finishing the frames before jumping ahead and comparing and seeing how you're doing, that's a straight ahead animation. And a lot of times it's very loose, it's very fluid, there's a lot of energy involved in it, but it's kind of hard to get the ease in and ease out, the accelerated motion in properly. A lot of the times too, it's hard to plan out an animation if you're going frame by frame, because unless you're constantly playing it back and anticipating the frame or the moment when you want a certain thing to happen, it's a lot harder to plan it out. For pose-to-pose animation, what you're doing is you're looking for the key frames. It's the poses that are, there we go, like this one right here. This is a great key pose because from there, that's a moment where it holds. It's a very distinctive hold. It's a movement that I can capture, and then from there I can have it move to the other pose. So I'll select pose 1, I'll select pose 2, and then I'll start animating everything in between. So let's get this one down. Okay. So the thing with this animation also is that I'm doing it from more of a top-down perspective than a full-on perspective, so I need to kind of cheat a little bit in terms of getting it to read properly. Because if we were to do it from a top-down, then everything would be kind of like stacked on top of each other and a little bit garbled, and it would be hard to make out the arms and what's what and what action is happening. So let me just go in there. I'm going to just delete that frame, and let's start working. So actually, I'm going to paste it back. I'm just going to delete the upper half, and then from there, let's get this done. If you have any questions or you want to ask anything about the process, or you're interested in something else about animation, feel free to let me know. I'm right here for you. Okay. So let me get the legs animated a little bit better. Get rid of the details so I can focus on the mass of the object instead of the knee pads or the way the dress hangs or anything like that. I hope it's updating okay. Either everyone's being really quiet or my chat isn't updating because I'm not seeing anyone asking any questions. Okay. Oh, it's working. Just a quiet stream. I get it. Heyo. That's me. Let me go ahead and get back into this. Maybe everyone's just really captivated by the animation. Or maybe my voice is lulling them to sleep. I can't tell. It's one of the two. There we go. what's this game's gonna be? This game is Moon Hunters. It's a game that's launching on Steam February 25th. And it's going to be a 4-player co-op action RPG about building your own myth, working your way around ancient Mesopotamia, chatting with people, seeing what's happening in villages, exploring why, the moon is missing in the sky. It's a pretty big deal, but it's coming out soon. We've been working hard on it for the past, what is it already, 2 years, 2.5?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. Yeah, we have a Steam page, actually, with more information on the game, including a trailer and some screenshots. Someone is going to drop the link there in the chat, so don't you worry. You can go ahead and check it out while I work on this. Let's drop down this leg a little bit. Ah, there we go. So there's a link, feel free to check it out. For any new people stopping by the stream, I am animating the dance animation that we decided on for the Songweaver, the last character that we have in the game, where I just haven't animated the animation for. That's good. Okay, so those legs are down, looking good. Just gonna add the padding on the foot there. Perfect. Okay, we got that twist. It's looking good. So I'm going to drop this a little bit more. So the thing with pixel animations too is that you can't really go for subtle movements because we don't have the real estate to make up for it, Like we're working on such a small scale that we can't afford just like subtle single pixel animations. So the gestures sometimes have to be a little bit more broad to make up for it. Hey, Darius 2012H. So usually what happens is that we're going to have to go for gestures that either go a little bit down further, a little bit up further, they reach a little bit wider, and a little bit more exaggerated. Sometimes you need to emphasize a movement in the opposite direction to make the original movement read out a little bit better. Yes, Tanya is in the stream. She's actually popping in on the chat. She's keeping an eye on things every now and then. The rest of the team are working on a few things in the game. Some of them are playtesting, some of them are working on scenes. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a line into the chat room. We're here to listen to you and help you out. So let's get the upper body now. Good thing about these streams is that we usually archive them and keep them up either on Twitch or post them to our YouTube page where you can feel free to check it out after on your own terms, on your own time, and just catch up on kind of things you've been missing out, which was a little bit, not much. We voted, we talked a little bit. Pretty easy going. There we go. That is a good position for the arm right there. It'll work well. Let's get the other arm in, just kind of block it in. There we go. Okay. So having a little bit of problems here. Let's see if I can get this to read a little bit better. Okay, looking pretty good. The head is going to be tilted back a little bit. I'm going to exaggerate the pose. Luckily, I can take creative freedoms with translating this reference into an animation. So I can exaggerate the pose a little bit to make it read a little bit better. Let's get the hair. It's kind of like a bulb shape wrapped around the head. There we go. No, that's too much. Okay. So right now I'm just kind of still blocking everything in. I want to make sure above all that it reads well and that you can understand where all the limbs are and what everything's doing. Let's get this to hang a little bit. go. So that's how it'll move. Let's color that in quickly. There we go. Get the other side of the hair. Perfect. Little patch of light there, the reflection. Highlight on the face. There we go. Okay, so it's coming along. Looking pretty good so far. Oh yeah.
Hoped.
Looking pretty good. I'd have to bring her body down a little bit because it looks like it's a bit of a stretch. Her shoulders are about the same height, but her legs have dropped, so that means her torso has extended by a couple pixels. Let's bring that back down. There we go. Oh, that works a little bit better. Even better. Okay. That's a nice dip. Gonna give the Sun Cultist a run for his money, I'll tell you. Okay. The sashes are trailing over the ends there. Perfect. Okay. So now that that's done and out of the way, I'm just gonna fill in the rest of the details here. Get it looking pretty good. Hey, not a bad bargain. There we go. A couple more things. Let's get that in. I'm not feeling the tilt on the hair, so I'm gonna mess around with that a little bit. There we go. Hey, welcome, welcome. Instagram is for Sun Cultist. There we go. Let's get the headband in. There we go. Okay. There we go. That's good. That's a little bit better.
Okay.
My computer is chugging along a little bit. We have plans to bring this to Vita. It's in the works. We have it, if you look actually at the bottom of the page here on Twitch, we have some information on when we expect it to come out for Steam, for PlayStation, for Vita. It's going to be a little while, but our priority right now is getting it out on Steam, getting the game done. Hey, for new people popping in, want to know more about Moon Hunters? It's a 4-player co-op action RPG set in ancient Mesopotamia, and you can go ahead and check out the link to the Steam page. I think it might be there in the description at the bottom. For more information, there's a trailer, there's some screenshots, it's pretty cool. I'm working on a dance animation for one of the characters, who's going to appear in the game. And there's a link, like magic. Yeah, that's no problem. Kid Fox's first game, actually, Shattered Planet, was originally a mobile game. It's on the Apple and Samsung store. No, not Samsung. Google Play Store. That's it. It's not Samsung. It's Google Play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's on that store if you want to check it out. It's a pretty fun sci-fi romp. A lot of
If you
procedurally
can think of any
generated levels.
contests or other things, you can feel free to
No problem.
give out one every half hour.
Okay, no problem. Well, I just found out that I have 2 keys to Shattered Planet on Steam, so I'm gonna run a little contest later. We're gonna pass out one of the keys, 2 of the keys.
I'll think too.
Yeah?
Send you one second.
Okay, no problem. But if I open up Slack, everyone's
yeah,
gonna be able to
that's
see it
true.
too. This is a problem.
I'll come over and talk to you.
Okay.
If I think of anything.
I understand what you mean by second monitor now. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna just lower that in a little bit. Okay. There we go. And we're just about done with this pose. I'm going to move on to the next pose. Then we're going to start animating everything in between. So, just curious actually, has anyone in the stream here animated before? Has anyone tried their hands at, you know, drawing a series of images in a sequence over time? Or stop motion? I used to have that, well, not, I didn't used to have it, but I used to have access to the Lego Movie Maker set with at a friend's house. Had a great time making a whole bunch of little Lego movies using that. That was pretty cool. Clay used to do a lot of little claymation stuff too. Ah, nice. A little bit of animation. In Photoshop, I guess? Ah, yeah, stop motion Lego Movie. Same here, same here. And for pixel animation. Ah, so what other animation have you done? Stop action is cool, but I think I did good. Hey, any attempt is a win in my book. Spine 2, okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten used to Spine. I have I think it's called Spriter Pro. I got that a little while back. Meant to try it out, but I'm not used to the puppet animation. It's kind of like After Effects, I guess. I just got to get used to working with curves and, you know, having a computer interpolate all the frames in between instead of posing it myself. More of a hands-on kind of guy, I guess. Okay, so now let's get this pose in. Okay. This one might be a little hard to read in terms of the arm movement because we don't have that much space to make them really twirl around. So I think I'm just gonna lock the arms in place and like have them either move up a little bit and like the hands do a little motion up and down, like a kind of wave, or I'll just see what I can pop out of my hat here. Okay. Yeah, the thing with animation that a lot of people either they know or they go into it not knowing, but then knowing soon after, is that it usually takes a lot of time. I'm actually in school right now working on a film, and it's my final year film, and it's going to take about a year to work on it, from pre-production, working on the storyboards and getting everything planned out properly, working on the animatic, to actually animating it. So it takes a while, and it's only like 2-3 minutes in the end. Whenever I try to draw art on Photoshop, I feel, how do you keep your hands so steady? I use this dinky little tablet, just a little Wacom. It's my own, but it's been proven good. I think I've had it for it's gonna be about 8 or 9 years, I'd say. Yeah, it's like a relic at this point. Like whenever I go to Wacom, I gotta go to see, like I go to the legacy drivers, I go back and back and back and back. Yeah, I gotta dig through the archives if I want to update it. Yeah. So stylus has helped. I find it a lot more natural than animating with the mouse, and the hands cramp over time too, so it's a little bit easier. Where can I buy it? I have a Cintiq at home. I have a Cintiq, I think it's a 12WX. It's the 12 or 13 inch one before they started doing all the new ones with the companions and everything. It's very, very useful, especially when you're working on a digital film. When I try to use the non-monitor ones, it feels like I'm having a stroke. That's why a lot of people don't like using it. It's that separation between what you see on the screen and where your hand is and what it's doing. It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach at the same time. It just takes some getting used to, but it's a muscle that you can work on. Yeah, it's tough. Animation is tough, but my God, some of the results that you see aren't just incredible. Let's see. So I'm gonna animate this now. Let's have her turn. I'm gonna erase the arms.
Do you want to help us say anything?
Yeah, I'm just verifying that the build item.
There we go. Now I have an armless version of the Songweaver in case I need to just twist around the body or something.
Okay. I'll exit
Okay.
and start steam once you tell me.
I'm working on a Mac Mini, so with the stream and everything going on here, which isn't much, but it might chug a little bit of time, so apologies in advance. Set a turn. Yeah, one thing I don't care much for in Pixel Edit is if you want to rotate the selection, you gotta. There we go. You gotta transform it, select it, transform, and then actually flip it over. Make sure it's about the right. There we go. It's about the right size. So now facing to the left. Move that. Get rid of this head. And the shoulders here. And let's move this in place.
One thing complicates the output launch.
Yeah, for all those games. I don't know how it works actually, because I know they switch it between two companies. It's Treyarch and the other one. It's on the tip of my tongue, I can't remember it. But they have two teams working on it, so they rotate who gets what Call of Duty game a year. So while someone's working on the next one, like you'll have Modern Warfare 1, and then the next year Modern Warfare 2 comes out, but another team is working on that. Someone's asking how Call of Duty makes one game a year, but it's not really
It's
every year.
magic and hacks.
Magic.
No, it's more like there's two, or now three teams at the same time.
No, they have three. Oh wow. Yeah.
So they have 3-year cycles, but like they're staggered just enough so that like, each team gets like develops, releases, and the second team develops and releases.
Yeah,
the
that's-
game.
That's what I thought. It's basically magic.
Do I join the multiplayer too?
Yeah. There we go.
I get to play with you guys.
So let's have our head turn a little bit.
Did you update your build?
It did. I restarted it.
You should try sometime not updating your build and see what happens.
No.
I'm telling you right now, it ain't easy to make animation look glamorous, so apologies in advance if this wasn't the stream you were looking for.
Have the error.
It's more interesting if, you know, like, Sledgehammer Treyarch Infinity Ward, thank you, F-Serve. So it's much more interesting, like for example with Leica, when they're able to do the time-lapse of an animator working on a scene, and you just see the ghost of the image like they did in the box trolls at the end. Really, really cool. God, does that take a lot of work. Most of the time, it's just a single person chipping away at an image very slowly.
How do I know I have the right ribbon?
At least in this case, the animation doesn't require a lot. It's
Yes,
just
sir.
pretty precise.
Yeah, I misclicked
Hey.
again, so I joined the empty random number again.
about you.
Gyro Mortal,
How you doing?
I'm great.
he's working on networking issues.
Yes.
It's networking.
Networking.
You can tell them everything about what's
Working on the network.
Yeah, I'll work on this. You can talk into the camera.
Where's the mic? Here.
Join
Just up there.
So, yeah, we launched the beta yesterday, but we still have some bugs to fix, which is what we're doing today.
Yeah.
Sometimes players don't see exactly what's going on with the other players, and that's what we're trying to fix right now, so that you guys can play next week. So we're enabling the online mode on Monday. That's what we're doing.
Nice. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. You're lucky you can test with us, like a broken build right now.
So many bugs. We are, some of the coworkers here actually are testing out the game. They're all playing online, trying to iron out anything, look for any major issues, fix anything before Monday. Having fun. Yeah. There's a lot of fun stuff happening there. Okay.
Oh, I didn't see one. Player choose icon. Oh no.
I thought that was what we were trying to do.
This is less important.
What were we trying to test?
We gotta get to the store.
Store to the
Let's see.
store.
Oh, right.
That's looking pretty good. So what else has everyone been up to today? I know it's only a Thursday, but I mean, it seems like it's been a pretty productive week. Projects? Is anyone working on any
I think
games?
they all kind of work. Some extent.
Anything interesting?
So the other players can be walking off the side.
Let's get talking a little bit.
Officially, I think it's like 16 by 9.
Been at school, nice.
Then we have to live it.
Hey, the animation worked online.
Yeah, I
I
worked
got
on mine
school
too.
just one day a week,
Me.
finishing up my last semester in university, so it's a little bit slow. I can feel your pain.
Same on every computer, even if they have different aspects.
School is lame. Excited to be able to finally catch a dev stream. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
There ones to get glitches where like one player, like a player in the opposite direction, a player with a wider screen will be on the whole.
Working on 3D modeling with Kestrel from FTL for my engineering graphics class. That's a really interesting project. Shameless plug allowed? I'll allow it. Go for it.
I can't.
Go ahead and talk.
Don't confirm on the mouse over the village and press E.
Oh, okay now.
And that's a
Except
really
I don't have
cool
an icon.
project for a class, doing a 3D model of the Kestrel.
But not except for me.
We're doing it.
Yes.
Let's move the body forward.
What? I'm not seeing the
There we
message.
go.
We did it too fast.
Okay, go up to her and talk to her.
Working on my mobile game and just finished working on an article on metaforging games. That sounds really interesting.
No, I think he's having exceptions because nothing is showing up.
Ooh. Hey, thanks for sharing, man.
Hey, but it's propagating.
Let's take a quick peek.
My cancel.
Well, it's offset. Oh, wait. No, you're right.
Oh, nice image.
Wait, do it again?
And you, if
Nice.
you
I'm
move
gonna
the cursor-
bookmark this and read that afterwards. Thanks for sharing it, man. Yeah. Interesting reads while anyone's stopping by the stream, courtesy of Fernando. Thank you very much. And let's see.
Okay.
Alright, send me the logs anyway.
Okay. So I just Alt F4.
Yep, so I'll
Get chance, I will go down the graphics and IT road.
Alright.
Sweet, man.
Alright, okay.
So what kind of work do you want to do? What kind of stuff are you thinking? It's fast food gaming. Oh, the Mountain Dew? Yeah, I think so.
Shit.
Oh.
What's the end?
First of all the pictures are pretty much the same.
That a little bit.
There's very little variation.
There we go. Okay. Looking good.
I don't think I can lean back that far.
Oh, got some people over my shoulder.
Yeah, that's not a good dance if you fall over.
Toot, 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 toot.
It's pretty good. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
See it moving. Yeah.
So what I can do quickly just to test it out.
We have to make
let's
sure it doesn't look like it's
flip
like
it.
the disco. Yeah, the what is that? I don't even know. The thing that old people do. Yeah, that, whatever that is.
I'll try not to do that. Let's see. Let's see people work on stuff in real life. Dance time. Yeah, just for fun, I'm actually just gonna select these 4 and we're gonna play it out.
Little
Okay.
manic.
Yeah. Not quite what I was expecting, but it's a work in progress. That's what it is. Welcome, Spoony Bard. Welcome. Buy this now. Did you say next week? It will be out. Unfortunately, a little bit longer than that. It's going to be out on Steam on February 25th, so about a month and a bit. You can wish list it on Steam though, so as soon as it's available, you'll be notified. It's very cool. It's coming out soon. There's a couple people playing it. Those were our backers on Kickstarter originally, and those who paid over a certain tier got access to the beta, so they're helping us out, catch any bugs and everything. Hey. Tomato blueberry, hello. I am actually using Pixel Edit. It's Pixel spelled with a Y. It is a pretty straightforward and simple program to use. It's very cheap too. And it's good for making sprite sheets and having multiple animations in a single image. You can work with layers. The onion skinning effect doesn't work so great, and you don't have that many options in terms of customizing or working around. But there are some interesting features, and it's working for what I need it to do, so it's pretty good. P here, I'm gonna just type it in quickly. I tossed it. Yep. I added it actually at the bottom of the FAQ. So if you were to scroll down, I put it in there too. AE Sprite. I have not used AE Sprites. Let me just look it up quickly so I can. I can't remember if that's the one with the user interface. It's also pretty low res. Yeah. It doesn't do it for me, I'm sorry. It's cool and it looks like there's a lot of possibilities and a lot of interesting things that you can do with it. But the user interface is just too low res for me to work with, and I feel like it's kind of a hindrance for me. But for other people it may not be that big of an issue. It keeps with the aesthetic fairly well. It's definitely a possibility. I started using it, Pixel Edit, before I heard of AE Sprite. And I've just been using this for so long, I guess I've grown comfortable with it, despite, some of the things that it may or may not be able to do. There's a lot of different ones. There's also Gale, I forget what it's called. Yeah. It definitely is interesting. And, I mean, hey, it's another program that's easy to use and easy to get through it. Yeah, check it out. There's a lot of interesting programs out there, especially free open source ones, if you want to check it out. Just a couple clicks away.
I've asked for dance requests.
Does that mean I'm going to have a chorus of background dancers while I work?
We've already had Sin.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, you did it. A little bit entertainment there, okay.
Yes,
I don't know what this dance is.
what happened is that the input is interpreted twice on the word and then it loads the system or multiple times depending if there's but probably there's the input is twice in the same frame.
There we go. Don't know any dance names. I actually.
At least the is loading.
I'm trying to think. There's a lot of hip hop moves you can ask him to do. No, I wouldn't want to dance on stream. Oh, trust me, Sin doesn't mind.
Simulation doesn't really work, but we can create these false challenges that come out of
One sec, let me Google. Okay, they're looking up moves. This is it, this is happening. We're gonna have a dance party here at Kid Fonz.
Alright.
Back. It could be any kind of dance you want.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay, maybe not. Whatever is feasible. And breakdancing might cause some bodily injury, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, no, if you're saying that I completely fast.
Okay. There's the robot, there's the electric slide, there's a hustle, there's Carlton, there's...
But we can't, we don't
there's a dance move called the SpongeBob. It's pretty funny, actually.
What did you do? You go on the floor, you go like...
It's a hip hop move called the SpongeBob. I forget what it was, but when I was doing research for dance moves, there was a how-to movie, the how-to video on dance moves.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Jason said he's
Crumping.
gonna do a dance on
Yeah.
camera. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently I need to do a dance on camera.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Want to dance with
Are
me,
you
Marcelo?
actually on the camera? Make sure you're on the camera. Nice. Yes. Excellent.
Because yay, dancing because our Kickstarter for Children of Zodiacs reached 50%. In
Congrats.
Yay!
Awesome.
Thank you.
Put a link in the chat.
But
Yeah.
all right,
a place of business.
sorry.
Right? So no fun allowed.
Thank you, Jason, for stopping by. Oh, we got someone put a video to a dance move.
It's like all the dance moves.
Carlton.
Yeah. This one is not super great. But if you want to use that one after 5
There we go. Let me raise the arms a little bit.
that one is better.
There we go.
No, I get you. Maybe we'll go.
Yeah, Cardboard Utopia.
When I started reading it, it seemed to me that there's a very distinct artwork. So
There we go.
just like telling me.
So it's slowly starting to take shape. Let's get that knee bending forward. Too much, too much.
So far, that's my assessment. Now we're going to circles. No, I guess put this one down. Then I give everything to the tonight. And then I'll have to better.
There we go, that's good. Not into the game yet, but will all this dancing be shaping my funky soon-to legend?
No, it's not. It's actually. It is. But also the same. So
Well,
I'll answer the legend question. From my perspective, I think dancing is important because, especially in multiplayer games, it's good to be able to express yourself with your friends. So when you don't have something like dancing, you end up with players going like run, 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 run to like act like they're dancing. So it's kind of self-expressive. There may or may not be a secret or two to be found with dancing, but it's not a gameplay fundamental at all. In fact, we almost didn't add any dances at all. It was more like Mike was like super excited about it, and we'd always wanted to have dances, but the game totally could have survived without dances. So yeah, there's no. Unfortunately, this is not Dance Hero. Maybe that'll be our next title.
Maybe you can save the
Yeah.
world by dancing.
Yeah, oh my, I just remembered that I got an email from somebody who was making a Songweaver costume. I hope she's okay
yeah.
with this dance.
This dance move? Well, she's gonna have to learn it, I
I
guess.
know, right?
Better not make it too complicated. Ooh, Shantae cameo, someone asked.
Yeah.
I would prefer that they were plus. Like, if
That would be pretty cool.
This was something I was thinking too. If you look at RPG games and stuff.
Okay,
they have
so
points, we're working on full numbers.
from the looks of it, I have the 2 basic movements in. I'm gonna start getting the motions in, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip it and like have just a couple frames transitioning from one side to the other.
No, just like you would have.
Unless there's only one side, but I'm gonna try doing it for both. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so here we go. So right now I have 4 frames, these 4 frames up here that I'm going to use for this dance. I'm going to try to keep it fairly simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's start with the body raised a little bit higher. This one I'm going to try bringing the body up.
Yeah, I was like figuring out what cameras up my place.
Not quite. There we go. Now it's cool. I got a little bit of easing in on there. Easing out. Can I ever forget? Anyways, a little bit of acceleration. As she bends back down, movement kind of slows down a little bit. I'll have the arms pick up. I'll even raise the legs a little bit so that it's not. Leave that. Leave that. There we go. And then last one here, just have the head duck down a little bit. Okay, it's looking good. Okay.
Well, it's genius because
Raise the head, bring it forward slightly. Let's move some things around a little bit just to get an estimate on how things are going to look.
it's actually if you do a little launcher that it's also
There we go.
character.
I'm not crazy about how far it moves back there.
It's supposed to be like the same half as the real game. It's just that there's only the great character. You even have to like log into the server.
How big was the back? You have to create an account. Yeah, so you probably will be able, at least the character
Move
should
this
be
back.
able to use it.
Apparently you can, but only if you export it to a file and then re-import it. It specifically said they won't carry over automatically.
That's good. I'm just going to have to change it a little bit. No, that's not good.
See if I get the errors, like it should have loaded twice. But
Oof, nope. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so in terms of
Rockley League.
Well, skin, you could really go for anything. It all depends on what works in the scene. There's no set
I want them to live longer.
hexadecimal code or RGB value that gives you the best skin tone. It all depends on what it's next to and what else works for it. Like for this isn't really that much.
Happy and like.
It's not that light. It's a little orangey. Usually if you go into the oranges, browns, and take a look over there, you can play around with it. But sometimes you can even go closer to the purples or closer to the greens, even blue sometimes. All depends on what kind of character you want.
It's just me and you to test, okay? And then keep working on other stuff. Okay.
Oh wait, it is there. So I'm not what. Yeah, it is. Me either.
Aliens in this game could
Probably been 5 most anticipated games actually.
So we're not in, or we are?
Well, usually you can kind of play around with it. I know that for certain characters, their skin tone is a little bit more muted, it's a little bit more grayish. It all depends on what scene they're in, what environment they're in, what the lighting's like, kind of palette that we've pre-selected for those areas, and it fits well.
I saw there was 100 views. I know.
Well, I actually don't program. I will toss the question over to our programmers. Someone's asking, Daniel. Someone's asking, what is a good programming language to start with for absolute beginners?
I mean, I've worked with C#, and there's a lot of like languages that use syntax. So it's a good starting point. It works with units.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Like, what's a good beginner language?
Someone's trying to clarify if they want to learn to program or just want to make games. Stencil, drag and drop.
Construct 2 is also really good.
Yeah, actually that's true. There's a lot of websites up there, but if you want to make games and starting off from scratch, Construct 2, Stencil, it's a pretty easy drag and drop block kind of system where you Microsoft Excel. I don't know if you can make a game in Microsoft Excel. Maybe you can.
Yes,
You can. Oh, that's a thing.
somebody made something. I forgot. Somebody made a game. I think somebody made a remake of XCOM.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that on Gamasutra.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Okay, you can make a game in Excel if you're really determined. I wouldn't recommend it. No, definitely like the hardest way to go about it.
But it has something to do with the initial dialogue that was supposed to pop up when you were starting. But you're right, because it doesn't pop up.
Hey, I got the honey correct.
It's just random.
Let's try to walk in opposite direction. Try to dash out of the house. It's definitely pulling me back.
I don't like that I'm pushing
Yeah.
invisible.
Definitely one of the more important things is that you're having fun with it, that you're doing something that you genuinely want to do. Find a project that interests you, something small, something simple, and start, fidgeting around with it, playing around with it, trying to find what works best for you. That's how I learned a lot of the programs that I use. I just, like applications programs, not programming. Photoshop, Pixel Edit, Premiere, Illustrator, InDesign. I've usually fidgeted around with it and tested the limits of what I can do and played around with things until I find what the limits and how I can best use it. Project Love 2D, it's OpenFi, strong communities and are very newbie friendly. Yeah, find something with a good community so that if ever you have a question, you can go ahead and ask, and there's going to be people ready and willing to help you out too. That's big. 25th of February. Yeah. It's coming out soon, and it's going to be local and online co-op. There's also a single-player campaign, so don't feel like you need to play with other people. You can enjoy it just as much playing it on your own. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Unity. You can definitely make stuff in Unity.
The camera still spawns in one place, however, it should not mess up your
There we go. So that arm and that lean back is good. I'll be playing around on a pixel by pixel basis just to smoothen it out a little bit. Let's bring this in. Actually, I'm gonna grab
Like I
this
said, I
out
kind of
too.
like it. As long as it doesn't show anything buggy.
There we go.
I like made it so the rest within like 1 minute.
Let's bring this over one also. Raise it up. There we go. Let's conserve that volume.
I'll do it on my side. Could you open it, please?
Yeah.
There we go.
Now let's get some money and buy stuff.
It would be a game where you kill everything or a adventure. You can kill. You don't have to kill. You can. It's all about establishing your own myth. What kind of player are you? What kind of character are you? Are you merciful? Are you foolish? Are you wise? Are you patient? Are you rash? Oh, is it dropping?
Half the font.
How's the stream doing? I think I might be okay. If it's dropping for anyone else, maybe try refreshing. Sorry.
I can't see my.
I don't know if it's on the computer I'm working on or the internet that I'm connected to.
It works only on the web for now.
I'm not criticizing. I just think it's.
Not mine? Okay.
I would naturally, intuitively thought that I
I
would.
kill bunnies. Can you add that in? There are small creatures that you may be able to kill, but I don't know if it changes your personality that much.
Yeah, maybe.
If you hurt enough small animals,
Yeah.
there are little gerbil creatures and ducks. Not that I recommend you go about killing everything. That's not the way I'd go about playing it, but I'm just saying they're there if you so choose to perform certain actions while around them. You can dance also around the bunnies. That's. Yeah.
What? Someone suggested what?
Someone said like, I kill bunnies. Can you add that in? I mean, in the game as a reputation as a bunny killer.
Don't kill bunnies in real life.
I love the fact that you can do that.
Yeah.
Go. Let's just.
Wait, we forgot to do the glitch.
So if I, wherever I choose to.
There we go.
No, I'm the leader.
Yeah, but I'm host.
Oh yeah.
Change that right here. Perfect. Okay.
Feels like a dragon.
And here we are at the only existing.
Tame them and then kill them. It doesn't go down.
In which there will be 2 branches.
Oh boy. You can actually get familiars. You can get little animals, little creatures to follow you around and help you out on your adventure.
Yeah.
Depending on what you do in the game, you can get a cat, you can get a duck, you can get a griffin, a lion. There's a lot of interesting. Actually, not a lion. It's a griffin. There's a boar. A lot of cool stuff you can get. Yeah. It's the kind of game that's it's about short playthroughs. They don't last that long. They can be fairly quick, but it's about playing it multiple times, and it's also about playing through in different ways, seeing different things, exploring different areas, talking to people you haven't talked to before. You know, making decisions you haven't done, trying a different personality type. It tailors the game to the way that you play it. A killer pet duck. Perfect for my plan for taking over the world. It is the cutest duck, so I'm sure people will be pretty willing to submit to that. Picked it 3 times and I'm hooked. Well, thank you so much, HP Cohen. Okay, so I'm just gonna test this quickly.
What's the cheat? Key.
Okay, so this is what I got so far, just kind of like a lean back movement.
The cheer key.
Oh, it's cute.
There we go. Pretty good. I can get some movement in the knees as she bends down a little bit more. I can get the hair to tilt a little bit, something happening in the ponytail, the shoulders moving a little bit more, and also the sash on the side flowing a little bit. It's probably going to take a little bit more animation to get through it, but overall, not so bad. Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
So they should spawn at least on the server.
Okay. And dip. And fan out, so it's a... There we go. Okay, that kind of movement. Hey, thank you. It's always a pleasure to laugh and smile. Let's get back in here.
Smashable there. Well, most sounds
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and finish up this first half of the animation where she leans back and then twists her arm.
Don't die in an arena.
Well, I mean, we still need to fix that. If someone dies.
There we go.
Okay, alright.
Double set move.
wondering why, because dying
There
works.
we go.
In an arena?
Dip. And dip.
Should, yeah.
Well, send me the log anyway.
And lower the arm even more. There we go.
It's like put it in my mouth. Nom nom.
Yeah.
Right here.
Nom, nom.
Right here.
Yes.
Okay. Let's fill in the gaps here. There we go, looking good. And dip. And cool. Put there, 1, 2. Okay. There we go.
Maybe one good sleep.
Don't like that movement there. Go back. Okay. There we go. Okay, nice. This dance move is a little bit more complicated than I expected, so I'll definitely not be able to finish it in the remaining 45 minutes that we have. But that's okay. At least for now we have this video. Ooh, trivia time. That means we're giving away a free key to Shattered Planets, the first game that Kid Fox released. It's on iOS, Google Play Store, and Steam. We're specifically giving away the Steam codes, and it works on both Mac and PC. What's the name of the big bad guy who leads the Sun Cult in Moon Hunters? Now, where would I go about finding that information? Oh, I think we got a winner.
Close enough.
It's basically like murder, but just Murdoch.
Actually, give me one of the
go. Congratulations, Jero Mortal. You got a key. It's Diff Rail. Diffs. Faux show. Nice. Congratulations. So we have another key. We're going to give it out later. So pay close attention to the chat. We're going to announce another trivia or a little challenge or another little something. Plenty of opportunity. Let's get this to trail down just a little bit. Cool, looking good. Every stream. We usually give away a little something every stream, but not always. Sometimes it's just about interacting with the audience and talking with our fans and showing people what we're working on, answering questions. But every now and then we hand out a couple goodies.
It would cause a lot more problems for other delegates.
There we go. It's looking better already. I wish we were giving out candy. Although I do have this candy cane here, but I don't think I can whisper it through Twitch, so it's not going to work so well. I'll tell you how it is later. Maybe the next stream I'll just eat the candy cane.
Your gift to them.
Let's get the left knee to drop a little bit more. Go, 2, 1, 1, 2. Oh, no, that's too far. One, 2. There we go. That movement is looking pretty good right now. Just going to animate the hair, and then we'll move on to the next part. No, I don't like that either. That's fine. Let's get that hair flipping around. Actually, no. The thing with the hair is that we don't know what animation is being led into it. If it's turning, if it's moving from the bottom, moving from above. So that secondary animation will really depend on the movement that's preceding it, so that we can get it to follow through properly. If it's spinning, it'll whip around, or it'll come down softly. So I'm going to just leave that for now. Get rid of this. There we go. What's that back there? Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, let's go back to the dance and see how it's doing. So I think that what's going to happen is she's going to bend down and then go back up and then twirl and then bend back down again. So just try getting as much of that down as possible. I have a question about the beta, like not getting a key after every possible fault. What would be the best way to contact you? You can email Tanya at kitfoxgames.com. Let us know what's going on, and we'll try and help you out. So, there we go. So the email's there. Feel free to send a message, and we'll try and get things sorted out for you. No problem. There we go. So if this move rotates, then this actually this one will have to be raised a bit higher. Let's move that. For anyone joining the stream now, I am animating a dance animation for Songweaver, the 6th playable character in Moonhunters. The rest of them, the rest of the dances can actually be seen. We have a video and a little GIF on our Facebook page and on our Twitter account if you want to see what all the other characters are up to. Hint, it's a lot of fun. And this is just the last character right now. So we settled on a video, we voted at the beginning of the stream, and now I'm using it as a reference to kind of dictate how this motion should kind of go. I'm not sticking to it 100%, but I'm just using it more as inspiration. Figure out how the movement works. Let's bring that back. Erase that. I'm using Pixel Edit, that's Pixel with a Y, to animate in. It's a fairly small, lightweight program. And it's decent at doing its job. Which isn't a bad thing. Side, motion's dictating that it's moving that way. There we go. Okay, looking good. There we go. Okay, now it's transitioning pretty well. We'll have the hair kind of fluff up a little bit. And settle down. There we go. So I'm going to angle this arm a little bit. Let's get it in. That movement in there. Okay, looking good. Usually when you're animating something, you should never go directly halfway through one position and another, because then the movement will seem too steady. What you should do is either position it either 30, like 1/3 closer to one end or 1/3 closer to the other end to kind of give it either acceleration or slow down time. It feels way more natural. So right now, we have that up there, and that's leaning a little bit on the side, and then we have it flat. It's a little too close to halfway, so I'm just gonna turn it a little bit. Oh, no, that's scaling. Turn it, no. Okay, it's not gonna let me. Another time. Take 2. There we go. See, already that feels more natural. There we go. Anchor's too much for my taste. Looks kind of like flexing. That's what we worried about at first. The arm curve's too much for my taste. Jared Mortal was saying. Because this is the reference that I'm using, with the arm kind of curving in like that. Just exaggerating the pose. Yeah. At the same time, yeah, I'm gonna get it to flip open.
Or you can make it more crescent moony.
I think that's gonna start looking inhuman, and the other arm will start hiding the.
Yeah, that's true. Or wait till the end of the dance and see how it
Yeah.
does that.
Usually what happens is I'll...
She's like doing the rude European gesture.
Oh. That's true. I was doing that.
flipping people off. Oh boy. The final radius larger to make the approach start sooner. I can give it a shot. Usually how it works though is that I'll just go through it once and then tweak it as I go along. It doesn't take much to flip around a couple pixels to select a whole bunch of different frames and move them around a little bit. I'm also doing this live, which I'm not used to, so I'm also working a little bit slower than usual, I guess. Different setup. Talking and drawing at the same time, it's not as easy as it looks, I'll tell you that. No, it's cool. Hey, feedback can come from any corner. Doesn't matter what position you're in. Everyone has a right to say what they think, and hey, information from anyone is valid. Because you're the end user, you know, you're the one who's seeing it at the end, so it counts just as much as mine. Yeah, okay, it kind of looks like flipping off. I'm going to fix this a little bit.
Yeah, it'll stop.
There we go. I think now I'm going to just have her turning.
At least on my which is actually fine in some ways because make sure that the code can actually get out of that situation.
You might also need the different players have their, like, because they each have a slightly different understanding of where the other players are, it might be that their cameras are just like slightly. Okay. Anything else?
So now I'm just going to start turning in.
What they'll do is they'll try to move the player, but it won't move them, and then both players will be pulled in and won't get. But yeah, network.
So now, just as a test, let's flip this around. I'm going to increase the length of this animation. Let's flip this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay. So this is along with it's a 16 frame animation in the end, but it's reversed. So it's getting a little closer. Definitely gonna have to hold some more frames and then lean back. Kind of exaggerate that pose just a little bit because now it's feeling a little bit too fast. Okay. But I like where it's going, and actually the feet shifting around like that, it kind of works pretty well. So that's to my advantage, actually, because I can use that with very little changes necessary to get the feet going. Looks pretty cool, actually. It's like a little hop. I'm gonna have
I said maybe this is close enough to a bunny. He was like, no, I don't kill hamster-like creatures.
draws a line. Mm-hmm. Very well, but when it does come to Vita, it is going to be the most amazing thing ever, so it'll be worth the wait. Playing that on a portable console, it's going to be pretty sweet, I can tell you that. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that in the time that we've been on the stream here, I was able to get this done pretty much from nothing. So it can go pretty quickly. Get into here, it's taking a little bit, but we can see the general direction of where this is going. We can tweak things a little bit, mess around with them, and generally I am a-okay with the way that this dance is going. Just gotta extend certain segments a little bit longer, play with it a little bit more. Let's see, so loops, here we go. This is the point where it loops. Delete that. And now let's keep going. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave it there because I might need to refer to it to continue the movements. Like for here. Yeah, I'm gonna animate the ponytail bobbing up and down, twisting around, all the secondary animation later. For now, my primary concern is getting the main action in, the whole body moving around, the arms twisting, so I know which direction the hair should be following when it twirls around. For now, I'm just getting a general idea on the placement, because right now it just looks way too stiff. In other animations, I'll show you. I have her hair kind of bobbing around, it's doing its thing. No, death, no. Yeah. Yeah, over there it's a lot better. You can see it's kind of following the movement a little bit. It's bouncing around. That's kind of closer to where I want it to be in the end. That kind of movement. It's a little bit too bouncy. Yeah. Yeah, she fell down. Gotta be careful with that. Okay. There we go, back to the dance. is extend this, and I could probably get like a little circular hand motion going for a little bit before she flips around to the other side. So let me just write that down so I can work on it later. Flip hand around and hold pose. Okay, so I'll work on that later. There we go. Okay. So we're seeing some good progress. Yeah. This frame is unnecessary, or at least it doesn't do it for me. I'm going to bring it down. There we go. That's better. That's cleaner movement there. Okay, so which one's that? This.
What?
Well, it's a little bit up in the air. We haven't decided yet on the content of the DLC, but we're going to be meeting soon to discuss that and figuring out what kind of things we want to add. It could be characters, it could be NPCs, world, like entire areas to explore, it could be bosses. We're going to look into it soon and try and figure out what to do, but the possibility is open for other characters. We're going to be continuing to support Moon Hunters after it launches. So after February 25th, there's going to be a team of us still working on more content to add to the game that we're going to be pushing as time goes on. So there's still going to be support for the game after February. No, I don't want to open system preferences. There we go.
Yeah, I wanted to chime in there too.
Sure.
That was an
Go ahead.
awesome answer. That was 100% on point. I just wanted to emphasize that we're focusing on launch 99.999% right now. But after you've played the game, if you have ideas that are even if they're a little bit crazy, a little bit wild, feel free to start a thread in the forums and ask other people like for their ideas.
That's a good idea.
Because we'll absolutely be asking the community and taking feedback into consideration when we plan out the free DLC patches, which we hope will be at least 2 or 3 really big improvements after the game goes live. And obviously we'll make the decisions about what we think is best for the game, but we'd love to hear, I don't know, what's inspiring for you, because we don't want to spend time making another character when what you actually want is snowy mountains or, I don't know, a politics system. Like, we could go crazy. Like, we see the launch as the beginning, so we hope you'll keep growing the game with us.
Yeah, that's an even better answer. There you go. So I'm kind of breaking our arms in this shot a little bit just to smoothen the movement. Kind of whipping around. Snowy Mountain, the new character. Moon Hunters, you can play as the moon. Hello, hello. For mythology, what about adding history in the future, such as Egyptians, Romans, Vikings? That's pretty cool. We're sticking mostly with ancient Mesopotamian, Babylonian, that kind of stuff. Feels elastic, but when it's whipping by, it works a little bit better. I feel like the arm's a little bit thick, so you get a little bit of a drag there. I'm going to remove some of that. There we go.
Plug this in just like that, and it works out of the box. This is for that. This one's here.
Hey, where'd you get that?
There we go.
I think we did.
Yeah, they do feel elastic. Well, what I can do is I can just hold some frames a little bit longer. So let's go 400, 200. 200.
Wireless game.
200. 400. 200. There we go. That movement is now a lot closer to what I have in mind for this. Sometimes it's all about holding a frame for just a little bit longer, doubling the exposure time. So if it's normally at 1/10 of a second, you hold it for an extra 1/10 of a second, maybe even quadruple or triple that. So now it feels a lot better. I just gotta fix the movement a little bit. But hey, it's coming along pretty well. Let's see. Okay. So what did I change? Yeah, I changed this one here to the flip back after. No, not that one. There we go. That's right, because the one before it. There we go. Okay.
Have as much the next time. Yep. Spend as little of it.
Looking pretty good. Okay. A lot of times in animation, it's just me looking over shots, checking out how it plays. I can even slow it down. Let's see what it looks like at half the speed. Okay, the hop out when she goes from that to that, it's a little bit of a jump there in her body. She should start off a little bit lower. In terms of applications or programs, well, there's nothing you need. You can make a game or make art with mostly anything. People do it in surprising ways. What we're using here, we're using mostly Photoshop, we're using Unity, Pixel Edit. I think the audio guy's using Pro Tools, but don't even worry about using Pro Tools. There's a lot of stuff that you can do without it. It's only really for professionals who need it. Interesting program, though. And just for fun, let's double the speed. There we go.
I'm gonna do it this way.
Yeah, over here, you can even start to see some of the mistakes, like the hop and hold up before she goes back down. Setting the fingertip of the hand weird on her final left and right animation. Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to have her hold the pose and then do something with her hand. So she holds in that position, the hand keeps moving, and then she moves out of it and then switches over and then does her thing and then switches back.
Or maybe the other one
like
should
that.
also have the Maxi. What is Maxi? Maxi that is like what's it's publicly exposed.
It does kind of look like she's walking forward. Yeah. Yeah, I did extend it just a little bit. Like if I were to erase... Nope, don't. Erase that. There we go. There you go. That's probably what you meant. Yeah. Just kind of like dipped a little bit too low. Okay. Oh, nope. Bring that back up. There we go.
Or just to call another function.
It's gonna worship. We still have one more Shattered Planet key, so just before the end of the stream, we'll plan a little something. We got 13 minutes left, maybe 12. And hey, look at that! Surprise! Get ready, everyone. Giving away a Shattered Planet key right now!
When you say that, I'll
Oh, okay.
So it would have to be like I'm starting to load the level.
The answer is 42. Not quite. Ah, thanks for the background. Calms me down a lot.
The company get Twitter handle? No.
No? You gotta look us up on Twitter. Ah, yeah. You got it.
China is the best. Okay, that's also acceptable.
Yeah, that's a good answer. You're best stunner. Yeah, we're renaming the company. It's going to be China is the best games.
It doesn't work if you have to explain it.
You got to order a whole bunch of new business cards, buy a new domain name.
What I was looking for is can we find multiple solutions? We find different question. I don't know if I care as much. I do understand.
Did you get them to go across?
Yeah, you have to. I mean, it's just.
Okay, it looks pretty silly at double the speed, so I'm going to slow this down a little bit. Okay, there are 10 minutes left in the stream. I figure I'll be finishing this up a little bit, putting a couple last minute touches and then ending it. If there's any questions you have about Kit Fox team, about the game, anything else you want to ask, go ahead, write it up in the chat. I will answer it before the time's up.
Oh, so that's the thing.
Didn't expect that to happen.
Let's see. Meantime, I'm going to continue working on this.
Yeah, so I got it too. So the reason why I did that is so as soon as you can get another species to survive, you just have like a different balance.
Yeah, just upgrade that.
And then if it died, then you can realize the fact that you realize so much on one side. Maybe actually, that's about it. Now that we know we use these to travel, right? Like these have to be hard to.
It's a quiz time. You can win a copy of Shattered Planet. What is my fave color? I guess Octarine.
Stable environments.
You also want your lifespan to be short.
Yeah, that is kind of short.
Sorry, Discworld color. It's the 8th color. It's the magical color. Yeah, yeah. So who answered red first?
Yeah, but they don't live long enough.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
because the reason why you want to bump it up to the reason
Let's do it. It's not red, it's close. Ooh. Ochre. It's probably ochre. No, definitely wrong. Off red. The color that's red that isn't red. Let's see. You guys are so dumb.
So that's what the article said was
Burgundy. Ooh, that's a good guess.
also like short lifespan, lots of reproduction. Because the short lifespan means you're not all your resources go into your offspring.
Burgundy.
You're not wasting resources on your own survival. And that's how flies. That's how flies.
The blood of bunnies. That must be it. If a small woodland creature bleeds it, then it's probably that color.
99, 33, 4.
That's my second favorite color. Yeah, it's a very cool, like, whatever man kind of. Yeah. This is, like, officially a haters gonna hate kind of dance. Feels like it.
What was it? 99. 99.
Yeah. I still enjoy a lot. Hold on. Yeah. Here, we got 5 minutes left. I'm going to show you through the other dance moves, and I'm going to show you the videos I kind of use as a reference for them. So here we have the Sun Cultist. Doing his little dance. So great.
So let's take this jigger.
Here we have, what was the other one? Oh yeah. Originally I had this as his secondary dance, but the butt wiggle was deemed not wiggly enough. So I went back and redid it. Traced in the butt, so I knew where it went. Get that moving around. Then do I have another one? No, that's the first one. There we go. Now that's a proper butt shake. The witch. There we go. Yeah. That was a cool one. Found a video for contact staff. So basically someone twirling a stick around. Served as a great reference just to understand how that works. Cultist. Cultist was cool actually. For this one. Yeah, this one you see right here. I used. Do I have it here? No, I guess I must have tossed it. That's probably around somewhere. A lot of butt shaking in that one too.
Good job.
Oh, here we go. Just for reference, here's the butt shake. It's a great butt shake. Here's all of them. Nice. Yeah, this one I took from a scene from Magic Mike XXL. This one was actually from one of the moves in Make 'Em Laugh from the movie Singing in the Rain. This was from a YouTube video. This is from just a mashup video of 1930 style dance moves. This was from, God, what was that from? It must have been some sword dancing video. And this one I just kind of went with it. Had a lot of fun doing it. Not all of them will have two dances. Only the Sun Cultist has a second dance, just because it's special and weird.
Form petition
Form petition?
for DLC.
Someone mentioned having more butts in Moonhunter, so I felt obliged to animate that secondary dance. It's very important. Yeah, so that's it for the stream. I'm going to finish off my work here. That's all done. Just want to thank everyone for stopping by. Yeah.
Everybody,
Everyone's going to come in and say goodbye to the stream.
Yay. Can we see the stream? Can we see,
Yeah.
see how we are on the camera?
Yes,
You
I
wanna all say, scoot over so everybody can fit. What?
There we go, we're all
Say
in.
goodbye.
Maybe?
Bye,
Let's see.
everybody.
Hold on, we're a little delayed. We're only going to find out in like a few seconds from now if we're all in there.
That's okay.
Okay.
Just have to say bye.